first training for FASET. I'm so excited for all of you. You're going to have the most wonderful summer.
You were chosen to be on the staff for a reason, and if you are an introvert, don't think that you have to become an extrovert. I think there's this huge misconception about FASET that everyone's an extrovert. Yes, there are times where you have to be extroverted. You have to be able to talk to students, to parents, but there's also times where it's really important to be an introvert. You have to be able to connect with these students without overwhelming them.
I wish I knew that things were gonna change and grow from there. I kind of expected to step right in and everything to, that's just how FASET was gonna be.
FASET is special to me because I've been able to grow as a leader and professionally, and have been able to give back to Georgia Tech while also gaining some of the greatest friends I'll ever have in my entire life. So I wouldn't trade the last 3 years for the world. FASET has been my college career, and I'm so excited for you guys.
What makes FASET special to me is the impact that you get to have on all of these new students. You get to have an amazing impact on them, on their families, and on everybody you meet at a session.
And not even students that I had in small group, just students that I talked to in line at dinner, or that I asked hey, you look lost, where are you trying to go? Just a smile early in the morning when students are really nervous and don't know what to expect can be really comforting, and that in and of itself is a huge impact. So don't doubt yourself for the impact that you're having, because I promise you that you're making it.
Some advice that I had to give, I think have a very strong why when you're coming into the summer. Think about what your reasoning is for why you wanted to be a FASET leader, and then carry that out throughout the summer and really pour into the students that are at each session.
My piece of advice for you leaders is just to make the most out of this experience. You'll see that summer just flies by, and definitely take the time to take it one day at a time and just be immersed in the whole experience and really impact your students. I think it'll be one of the most fulfilling summers here in college, and you'll just come to love it, so enjoy.
One thing I wish I had known as I entered staff that summer is that as a leader, you really need to become okay with creating intentional time and space for you to rest. Being okay with being open with your cab leader about the need for that, so that you're able to show up to FASET smiling, ready to serve, and ready to go with as much energy as is expected of you.
Alright, so my biggest piece of advice for this summer is just really be willing to lean on your fellow leaders, especially your cab team. Over the summer, you're gonna get really tired, you're gonna be burnt out at points maybe, and it's just important to really lean into those relationships that you build, both new and old relationships with your staff.
There's one thing that I wish I would have known at training 1. It would be to jump out of my comfort zone earlier. I think everyone's very nervous to get to know each other at first sometimes, and I do think at the end of the summer everyone's always oh man, I wish I would have talked to that person earlier. We would have been so close already. So talk to the people on your staff, get to know cabinet, get to know pro staff, and get to know these new students and guests.
FASET is a bunch of people that want to be friends, and they are all there for the same reason of impacting students, impacting Georgia Tech, making it a better place. So don't let maybe your first interpretation or your first opinion of someone drive your summer. These people are gonna surprise you. They're really, really cool, and you may have take someone at face value and think, oh, I've read that book, I know the cover. No, there's so many people there to surprise you and that are really cool.
At training 1, I wish I had known how much of an impact the community and the other leaders would have on me. So just really make the most of getting to know everyone. Start with names, and then you can get to know them on a deep level, and really get to know your cab team especially well. They'll be your people for the summer. Good luck.
Wow, we're all so different, and this is why FASET works. Because we're all so different, we can all help students of different, cultures, of different, situations. All these come into play just because we have so many diverse people that are around us that can help us.